Hello, wonderful people. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the stages of change. And when I think about change, there's three major stages that we go through. First off, there's the planning stage. The planning stage is where we identify big pieces like what is it that you want? What obstacles are standing in your way? What skills do you need to develop in order to overcome those obstacles? And how are you going to overcome them? What is the plan to get from A to B, knowing that there's going to be detours involved? So that's the first stage of change, is kind of the planning stage. The second stage of change is what I call the action phase, right? This is the stage where we're taking the plan and we're executing it. This is where we use skills like the NAIL framework that we've talked about before: noticing, accepting, investigating, letting go. This is where we use things like immunity to change to determine what's going on, where do we need to create action, that kind of stuff. And then the third phase of change is the reflection phase. And this is where we look back and we say, did we execute the plan that we came up with? First and foremost, if no, why? Why did we not execute it? If we did execute it, did we get what we want? If no, was it the right plan? What did we miss? Because it's just an experiment. This plan was to see if it's the thing that gets us to where we want to go. So did the experiment work? Did our hypothesis pan out? And then we look at, if we got what we want, did it fill us up? Did it fulfill us? Did it make us happy, joyful, whatever the goal is? Did the plan, even perfectly executed, get us the outcome we wanted, or maybe did we misunderstand what we wanted? And is it time to reassess, adapt, and re-execute? So as you or somebody you know and love is going through change, sometimes it's helpful to look at it in these three bigger picture stages, because then you can kind of identify where you're at and what the challenges ahead are, because each stage has its own challenges. In the planning phase, you have to really be able to think around corners. You have to know yourself pretty well, so you have to do some self-exploration. In the action phase, you have to have accountability. You have to be able to check in with yourself and notice when you're not executing the plan so that you can step forward into executing the plan. And in the reflection phase, you've got to be able to be really honest with yourself, because if you're lying to yourself at any other stage and you continue to do so in the reflection stage, then you're not going to get what you want. And at the end of the day, all of this is pointed towards helping you create whatever change is most important in your life, whether that's at work, in the relationships in your life, at home, personal fulfillment, any of that kind of stuff. They all follow these same three stages. We need to plan out what we want, how we're going to get it. We need to execute the plan, and we need to check in to make sure that the actions and the plans got us where we wanted to go. And in all likelihood, it's not going to work right the first time. Nothing goes according to plan. And so being able to keep that in mind and be adaptable so that you don't get attached to this plan as being the right one, because it might not be. And being able to pivot and adapt yourself and change so that you can do whatever's necessary to get to where you need to be, so that you can live the life that you want to live. So as you go through your change, I'd invite you today to just take a moment, write down, what is it that you want? What are the obstacles in your way? And what's the plan? Start there, and then go do some action. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll come back again. Blah, 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 blah.